electronic airway bill, or e-AWB, is revolutionizing air cargo logistics. Replacing paper-based processes, which cause delays, errors, and opacity, the e-AWB enables fast, trackable digital exchanges. It uses key messages FWB for details, FHL for house-level info, and FSU for status tracking in standard formats like Cargo IMP and Cargo XML. Airlines and ground handlers upgrade systems, while freight forwarders ensure IT compatibility. The single process unifies digital workflows, reducing errors and boosting efficiency. Challenges include system integration and secure cargo handling, requiring investment and collaboration. The benefits: smarter operations, greater visibility, lower costs, and a greener industry. Vietnam can lead by adopting e-AWB and digital solutions, creating a sustainable supply chain. The e-AWB streamlines air cargo exports. First, freight forwarders book shipments, sending e-AWB data to carriers via EDI or web portals, signaling paperless with e-AW. Carriers verify data, sending acknowledgements or requesting corrections, then assign handling codes like ACC. Forwarders deliver labeled cargo to ground handling agents, who match it with electronic data, issue receipts, and update status to freight on hand. GHAs conduct security checks, verifying or screening cargo and updating e-consignment security declarations. Once cleared, cargo is loaded onto pallets, with any required documents, and marked ready for carriage for departure. When cargo shipments face issues, we act fast. If electronic shipment data is missing, our team searches for it and requests the freight forwarder to send proper electronic messages. If delayed, we accept a paper airway bill temporarily but require digital data later to avoid delays. If data doesn't match the cargo, like incorrect box counts, we notify the forwarder to fix their records. They send corrected electronic messages and a matching receipt. The carrier helps resolve issues quickly, ensuring the cargo is ready for carriage without delaying flights. Cargo acceptance is critical, and we have clear guidelines to handle issues swiftly. Situation 1. Mismatched airway bill and cargo. If the airway bill details, like weight or piece count, don't match the physical cargo, we accept the shipment under the Freight Operating Handbook, or FOH. We note all discrepancies and follow the airline's specific instructions to keep processing smoothly. Situation 2. Missing or incorrect security information. When security details are missing or don't align with our checks, safety comes first. We accept the cargo but immediately conduct extra security screening, following the airline's guidelines to ensure compliance and security. Situation 3. Missing electronic house manifest. For consolidated shipments, if electronic house manifest data for smaller shipments is missing, we accept the cargo using a paper manifest. We then process it according to the airline's rules, ensuring no delays. Conclusion. Quick action resolves issues like mismatched data or missing information. Clear communication between ground handling agents, freight forwarders, and carriers prevents delays. Backup procedures, like using paper documents, keep operations running smoothly when electronic systems fall short. This ensures cargo moves efficiently and safely, every time. Scene 1. Transition from export to import. Now that we've covered the export process using electronic airway bills, let's switch perspectives and take a look at how import shipments are handled at ACC Airport. Although many of the same systems and players are involved, the steps for imports focus more on receiving, processing, and handing over cargo that's arriving into the country. Scene 2. Import prerequisites. Before any shipment arrives, each party needs to be ready to support a paperless process. The freight forwarder must be able to operate without needing a printed copy of the airway bill or be willing to accept a printed version generated locally from the airline's system. The carrier, or airline, must be capable of receiving and storing electronic shipment messages, including the main airway bill and the house manifest. These messages follow international standards, specifically FWB version 16 for airway bill data and FHL version 4 for house-level shipment details. These can also be sent using Cargo XML, depending on the system used. Meanwhile, the ground handling agent must be ready to process and present the shipment data electronically or print it out, if requested by local authorities or the consignee. It's also important that all parties, freight forwarders, airlines, and ground handlers have trained their staff to properly handle shipments under the e-AWB process, both operationally and in compliance with local customs requirements. Process summary. Visual, starting with a clean, simple diagram of the e-AWB import flow, carrier to GHA to freight forwarder to consignee. Use animations to highlight each step as it's explained. Show icons for electronic messages, FWB, FHL, FFM, moving between parties. Include a brief animation showing paper documents vanishing or transforming into digital icons to illustrate the paperless concept. Content. At ACC Airport, the e-AWB import process streamlines cargo and information flow. It begins at the origin, where the carrier receives shipment data, FWB and FHL messages, from the forwarder. This data is sent to the ground handling agent, GHA, who manages cargo handling and notifies the freight forwarder electronically. The forwarder then proceeds with customs clearance and delivery to the consignee, all without paper, supported by continuous digital communication. 2.2. Operations process steps. The process begins before cargo arrival. Shippers send documents, invoices, packing lists, electronically to the freight forwarder, eliminating the need for physical copies. The forwarder files export declarations, obtains clearance, and books the shipment with the carrier, who receives FWB and FHL data. After a cargo flight lands at ACC, the e-AWB import process proceeds through the following 8 steps. 1. Carrier receives FFM, FWB, and FHL, if consolidated, from origin. 2. Messages are forwarded to the ground handling agent, GHA. 3. GHA stores the data and prepares for handling. 4. GHA verifies and processes the cargo using electronic data. 5. GHA sends FSUNFD, arrival notification, and FSUAWD, if document pouch is needed, to the freight forwarder. 6. Forwarder clears customs, ideally without paper, and reports issues to GHA. 7. After clearance, GHA hands over cargo and sends an FSUDLV message. 8. The carrier supports all parties during the process. 2.3. Exception management. Handling irregular situations. In practice, certain exceptions may occur. Here are 2 common scenarios. Scenario 1. Missing data. GHA traces the data via carrier. If unavailable, they contact the origin and alert the consignee. Shipments with no data are marked FDCA, found cargo, missing pouches are reported. Scenario 2. Paper request. If required, e.g., by customs, GHA prints the e-AWB. Carriers must report unnecessary paper use to IATA per policy.